And next to me is Wayne Nicholson, and Wayne is the Hall of Famer for the Snowmobile Hall of Fame, and I believe that's in St. Germain, Wisconsin. And they have trails up near Minocqua and all that. I'm very familiar with that area, so I know where you came from there. Tell us about it.
The Snowmobile Hall of Fame originally was constructed by a group of gentlemen back in 1983.
Okay.
The sport of snowmobiling, as they always tell us.
And Wisconsin is big for that.
Wisconsin's huge for that. The sport of snowmobile racing became a sport the day the second snowmobile was built.
I'm sure. So. His wife Kathy's with him, cheering him on.
And what happened is I had done this sport for 30 years, and I had done it
racing or just
racing.
Racing. Okay.
Strictly racing, and I did not do it with the intention of being inducted into the Hall of Fame, but through the 30 years of racing, I was very fortunate to have worked my way up through the ranks. I started as a grassroots racer, just like most people. And with help from large manufacturer, Skidoo, I was able to accomplish goals that I never thought I expected I would do.
And you put yourself to the challenge, don't you?
Yes, you always do.
Right?
I was very fortunate in the 1980s to have my great racing years, years in which I had accomplished things of winning the Edema Cup, which is the same award in our sport as the Heisman Trophy is to the college football player. I was the top independent driver in the U.S. and Canada.
Do you work on a team, or are you solo?
I had a group of individuals with me that were faithful followers, that were my mechanics and crew members, that I really feel that they are also a major part of the reason I got there. Naturally, I'm the end result, and I get the credits. But I had great.
But you have a team. It's like doing this show.
Exactly.
I can't do it without the team.
Exactly. If you don't have your team with you, you're nothing.
You're nothing.
And I had some great crews through the years, through these years that I raced. I was fortunate to have also survived some horrific crashes, which in any motorsport form of racing.
And I bet Kathy was a little bit concerned.
She said a lot of prayers
of
for me through those years.
Yeah. Kathy, what do you have in front of you? Can you hold that up?
Maybe? I have the original plaque that Wayne received on that night in February.
She even dusted it off.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is the same one that is in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And they gave him a duplicate. And
nice.
we keep this at Wayne's Family Resort. We have a mini museum there.
And let's mention your family resort, just so people know where you're coming from.
Yes, the resort is Sunny Hill Resort and Golf Course, and that's in Greenville, New York, on the upper Catskills.
Okay.
We have two 18-hole golf courses and a huge family resort that's been in the family for 93 years, Wayne?
93 years. Maybe, now that's something to celebrate right there,
tell about the golf courses.
This is what gave me the opportunity to perform in the sport that I performed in. We were a seasonal business, and we were very fortunate to have the time off in the winter to be able to travel all over North America and compete at the top events all over the world. And it really is. It's the reason why I was able to do what I did. Our family has stuck together, and it started by our grandparents in the 1920s and evolved into a modern day version of the movie Dirty Dancing.
Oh yeah, okay.
except we have.
Except you don't do that.
No, we don't do that.
We have 600 acres there between Sunny Hill and Thunderhart, and we have our two 18-hole golf courses, and we do a lot of the activities.
So you've been in sports all your life, really?
Sports all my life.
So your family started that, and you kind of pursued your interest in snowmobiling.
Exactly.
Now, did you go to Wisconsin to accept your award?
I did. I got the call 2 years ago. Matter of fact, it was this week, 2 years ago. And when I got the call, I was just so taken back, and it was a huge honor.
Oh, of course.
Huge honor. I mean, I was only the third snowmobile racer inducted from the Eastern United States.
And you would think that the East would be pretty
good.
Well,
we had a great following.
But you got Colorado and Dakotas.
You had to perform at the World Championships, which was just down the road from Minocqua in a place called Eagle River. And
I know where that is.
This year is the 50th anniversary of the World Championships at Eagle River. Wow. And I was fortunate to have won 5 World Championships at Eagle River in various classes.
You had to travel. That was the thing.
And I also...
And those roads are like little...
Yes. And because of the resort, he had the opportunity to do that. But if if you're working for someone else, you don't always
have that opportunity to be self-employed and be able to have the
That's
support
right.
of your family.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And your team is able to get out and do that with you.
Exactly, exactly.
Well, I want to congratulate you for
Thank you very
being
much.
a Hall of
Thank you.
Famer.
It's
I
a
mean,
huge
that's
honor.
very exciting.
And I'm always proud of the area that I've come from in upstate New York.
Right.
And I make people aware of that all the time. And I go back out to the annual induction
Now,
every
do you
year
get to
now
vote
as
for
a
the
member.
next
No,
one?
but we use the same criteria as any other major sports Hall of Fame. There's 12 directors on the board, and also they have 50 different sports writers from all over the U.S. and Canada that vote on
a
your
big thing.
induction into the Hall of Fame.
Now, I have a question to ask. Is this an Olympic sport?
No, it is
Why
not an
not, I
Olympic
wonder?
sport. I'm not sure probably because it has something to do with motorsports.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
And motorsports are not a thing, an Olympic sport. Motorsports are not. However,
I see.
you have
okay,
to.
well, I mean, that's how much I know about the
you
Olympics.
have to
But
be
anyway, it's
you have to be a conditioned athlete. I did strictly high-speed ice oval racing.
Okay.
On half-mile tracks most of the time, and when I got out of racing in the late 90s, we were racing on the highest horsepower sleds ever built.
Wow.
And we were on almost 200 horsepower sleds that weighed 400 pounds
Kathy,
and would
how did you handle
accelerate
that?
would
Oh,
accelerate
I tell
from
ya.
0 to 60 in less than 2 seconds.
Tell how fast you went.
And we would do straightaway speeds of about 115 miles an hour on a half-mile track, which were 600-foot straightaways.
Yeah, this is just an
It's a
aside,
huge
but
adrenaline rush.
I was up
Huge.
to Lake Placid and went down the Olympic bobsled run.
Oh, did you?
I could not believe how fast we
Oh,
were
yeah.
going.
Oh, absolutely.
My scarf flew off my body
Exactly.
and my glasses, even though I had a helmet on, my glasses were flipping all over. So I can't even imagine what that speed is like. And I had a brakeman and a pilot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
you have to do it all and go
Oh, yeah.
those speeds.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't
Holy
think,
Moses.
I don't think my mother or his mother really appreciated
No.
it as much as he did.
Well, that's all right. He's still okay. He's not on crutches
Yes.
or anything.
No,
That's a
he's
good
not.
thing.
No,
So
no.
I want to thank you both for being here.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
Yeah,
for
it
much.
was so
having
nice
us.
that your
Yes.
mother suggested this.
Yes,
This is what a
my
great
mother's one of
idea.
his biggest fans.
Yes, I know she is.
Right.
She really thinks the world of both of you. I know that.
Yes.
We've been talking with Wayne and Kathy Nicholsen, and he is the Snowmobile Hall of Famer of 2011. So isn't that exciting? You never know who you're going to see on the Schenectady Today show in and around the Capital Region.